Hello everyone, Lonsame Mechanist here, bringing you another World of Warships Legends video. This one is actually going to be something rather unique. It's going to be very interesting. It's not a particularly high damage match. I don't really stand out that much, but I do contribute to the match. But this is actually something that's actually been a first. So yeah. You're going to see here in a second what I'm talking about. But there's a YouTuber out there by the name of Jankenomics. He has his whole World of Warships Legends clan called War at Sea. And well, recently they went through the death of one of their own, which is of course extremely sad. The following day, it looked like the entire War at Sea clan apparently was on YouTube, and I am unsure if any of the divisions that are here were in War at Sea, but I wound up in a 5-division match. 4 of the divisions were 2 ships. The 4th one, the Division 4, was all 3 ships. And I was speechless. I mean, this is right here. I had to double check to see if I had seen that accurately, that there were 5 divisions here. Well, fingers crossed for a good match, right? So, give my usual good luck before we start off. Get torpedo bombers up and moving out to scout. First thing we see is, well, we literally see the only PlayStation division that is out here, and of course the Leander. We also detect 3 more battleships. Go in for the torpedo run on the Leander. Drop a spread, but well, the line may have been parallel, but the torpedoes kind of go on their own. We do manage to get a hit. Leander is still spotted, and I come in for another drop. Both of these torpedoes are going to hit, but apparently, while I was going back to the carrier, someone smacked the Leander hard. Because the second I turn around, boom, I get first blood, and there's the Leander. He took 2 torpedo hits. Yeah. So, so 14,985 damage just from dealing damage to the Leander. Someone gives me a well done, I return with a thank you. Our mass is putting up a smoke screen in B. This is where we fire up the engines and we start moving, because the team is moving clockwise from the center to over to C point, which they're going to take. We're going to hold A and B by sheer virtue of tenacity from our side. We are literally going to win the whole A, and we are literally going to win the whole left side of the map. Everybody's going to be migrating to the right side. Here we also detect the carrier, and sometimes I love it when I get railgun torpedoes like that. I just drop them, and they're literally within a water ski's spread from each other. If I hit on the belt, don't do much damage, but if I can hit on the fore and aft of a ship, that's going to be a flood, usually. But not in this case. This one torpedo, though, we got at the last second. It does score flood. Our damage ticks up to 27,000, but he stops the flooding. So at this point, he's on damage cooldown, but of course, no way to communicate that as my comms are off. Plus, everyone's in a division. Division has its own little chat. But West Virginia has his own problem as he gets hit by the California. And now, we spot, oh, here's the enemy destroyer, the Maas. Our destroyer is also a Maas. And they start duking it out as destroyers, but we also get some sap shells coming in from, I believe it's the Trento. Or well, yeah, well, we start getting SAP shells incoming, and I've got dive bombers. I've got dive bombers up. Their mass dev strikes ours with torpedoes, so ugh, hate it when that happens. But here the enemy mass is starting to smoke up, but I'm not letting them. I know how big of a pain in the ass a destroyer is going to be when you don't have a destroyer that counters it. So I am keeping this guy lit up. I know for a fact my dive bombers are armor piercing. They are not going to do shit to this Moss. But whoever is firing sap shells is going to do, and they leave him with 1 HP. Literally. They leave him with 1 HP, just enough to survive, and let the Bajoni yoink the kill. At this point, I got 3.5 aircraft left. I decided to go ahead and try to make a run on this last California over here. We go in for the dive. This California is actually going to make it pretty far. Got one bomb hit, not ideal. Armor piercing bombs are good, but American battleships, you've got to aim for that sweet spot if you know where it is. You literally have to either put it right down the smokestack, or, if I remember the diagram correctly, of the armor diagram, between the aft castle and the smokestack, because that is usually where the thin armor, the casemate armor is, that's thinner. It literally is right over the citadel. But of course, we're talking about hitting a, I guess the equivalent would be hitting a, oh hell, I'm trying to think of, it's like trying to hit a, it's like trying to hit a moving, it's like trying to throw a baseball through a window while the window and the baseball both are moving at the same time. I know it's a bit of a destructive analysis, but hey, I'm dropping armor-piercing bombs. There's nothing polite about it. Of course, get the engines moving again, relocate to the north. Carrier is, the enemy carrier is rotating. He's going to wind up in C. Yeah, we're down to 3 battleships and me. They still got 4 battleships, a cruiser, and a carrier. But the California takes some heavy damage. We got dive bombers up again. I'm hoping to maybe be able to get a sweet spot hit on the California. That does not happen. I get a hit, take a little bit of his health off, but he gets finished off by someone else. But as you can see, so the enemy team, they've taken C. They are now moving south to try and use that middle island, that isthmus there, that middle island for cover. But our team is down on health. Their team is down on health. As you can see, I strike superstructure. I get a pin and a non-penetration, and Normandy comes in and gets the kill. I've got 3 aircraft left. I spotted the carrier. Now, I play Vesser a lot. I often joke that I've got so much elite experience built up on Vesser. If I had the doubloons to convert all that elite experience to global experience, I would literally have enough global experience to buy every single GXP ship in the shop. So I ought to know where the Citadel is on the Vesser and how best to hit it. Now, I know for a fact Vesser can Citadel a Russian carrier from above, but apparently I cannot Citadel another German carrier. I can penetrate, but I cannot Citadel. And again, it may be because Vesser's got a turtleback. I don't know. Vesser is built on a hipper hull design. The Russian Serov was a prototype. I don't think it has a turtleback. I'd have to go back and look at it. But But now we've got 3 battleships and an Aoba down here. The Aoba and the carrier are not in a division. So the 3 battleships, they are in a division. 2 of the battleships are badly damaged, and they're, well, the Tennessee and the I think that's a California there. They are badly damaged, and I am literally trying to kill this last one, but torpedoes seem to be doing the good job. But well, the recent update, update nerfs the legendary skill Will to Rebuild, which I believe is the only thing at the moment that is keeping some of these battleships of the red team afloat. That is the only thing that is keeping them alive, is Will to Rebuild, because they are literally at death's door for the remainder of this match. And for some reason, our team can't get a good enough hit on them. But all 3 of our battleships are just as bad or just as worse for wear as theirs are. The Tennessee, as you can see, is down to half health. The Aoba's there. Aoba's going to be killed real soon. And then, of course, there's the other battleship that I said is, the Cali. It's down on low health. Here, I pull a pretty good torpedo drop. I wait until I'm past the isthmus. Aircraft pick up. I blind drop. 1 torpedo eats dirt. The other one, I think, will hit the target, or maybe not. It'll as the saying goes, it just sails off to estuary. So more dive bombers up, waiting for my torpedo bombers to regroup and recover. So yeah. Our battleships are kind of in, our California is half health. I dropped some aircraft for the Normandy, well, for our group in general, because the carrier is kind of making things difficult. There goes Aoba to the California. See, I put the dive bomber in. These 2 are right next to each other. I was going to go for the Cali, but then I decided I'm just going to hit the Tennessee, see what I can do with that. I get 1 pin on the Tennessee. I managed to loop around, and I actually do get a Citadel on the Tennessee. I managed to get a bomb into the sweet spot. Going in, I drop high. 1 bomb goes to the bow, 1 to the stern. As you can see, the stern section is where that Citadel is, because it went into the where the aft castle is, or the aft bridge. So we are actually currently in the lead on points at 950. We are actually gonna, both sides are literally gonna finish with 4 ships alive, and these guys are gonna get all the medals. Me, I got first blood. I got 52,000 damage. I point out the Cali because he's half dead, but then again, so is our other battleships. They got a full health. They got another full health battleship over here, and right at that moment, the timer ticks down. We get 1,000 points. We win. Dreadnoughts all around for the division teams. And let's see, 52,000 damage, 171,000 credits overall before taxes, 2,300 ship experience, 120 global, 3,500 commander, 8 detected, 8 torpedo hits, 8 bombs, 2 shot down, 1 destroyed, 1 flood, 1 citadel, 1 shot down, first blood. We are not top of the leaderboard, though. We are about halfway down. But then again, like I said, this was a 5-division match. This was a literal first for me with the match, and I was thoroughly impressed. But if you like what I'm doing, punch the like, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in the next video. Also, if you haven't already, check out Jankenomics channel. If I get the chance, my PC's down at the moment, but if I get the chance, I'll put a link in the description to his channel when I get the chance. But or you can just type it in and search. Look him up. Look up War at Sea. Or look at the War at Sea clan. Give them a like and a subscribe as well. And I will see you guys in the next video.